reminded of ancient worlds that a lot of bad things happen in the summer. Lord, keep us safe this summer as we've had more COVID go through and we've had construction projects. May we all be safe. Even as we get excited to look in and to walk in and maybe explore too much in the new construction. May you keep us all safe and keep us well, both in our mind and our body and our souls. Lord, continue to be with this community and all that we do. Continue to be with everyone here. Allow us to hear with attentive ears and to be patient and to ask the right questions. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Bill. I have a couple of things I'm going to talk about, but first, Charlie, do you have anything you want to share from the Resident Association?
Oh, the only thing I want to share is the peace. Be careful with this COVID. We locally have been inundated with some of the COVID in Easton. So, please.
Yeah, Charlie's comment is be careful of the COVID, take precautions. I always encourage that. You see it in my memos all the time. You see it in the signage. COVID has spiked just in the last week around here. It's in the 8% range in the state of Maryland, 7% positivity range in Talbot County. So yes, please be mindful. Thank you, Charlie. A couple things I was going to bring up. I was asked earlier, how was my vacation last week? And I just wanted to explain that a little bit. So I actually wasn't on vacation. I was at a leadership conference for ACTS. It's an annual event. All the executive directors, administrators, some regional staff, corporate staff come together once a year, and we have a summit. And I'm not a huge meeting person. You know, I really see value in meetings. I schedule them and lead them all the time. But you know, conferences can get long and can get boring. And you know, I'm one of those. I feel like I'm almost ADD. I don't know. And but I always come away from these conferences encouraged, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an employee of ACTS. It's true. And so Jessica actually attended. She's our interim administrator now, and she attended for the first time this year, and she was saying the same thing. And I was telling her before we went. They're long. You know, it's all day. You're in conferences and seminars, and there's a lot of food, and then there's evening events, and you know, you hardly get a moment to yourself. But I always come away encouraged and re-energized and proud to be part of ACTS. I really do. So, and that was the case. We were in Philadelphia. We had Ron Jaworski as our MC and keynote speaker. Does anyone remember Ron Jaworski, quarterback for 17 years? Yes, played a lot for the Eagles. So I got to have I should have had this so I could show you. I got to take my picture with Ron and holding the Vince Lombardi trophy. Now, it wasn't the trophy in the Super Bowl he played in, but it was
Somebody's.
It was somebody. No, it wasn't. It was the Eagles and the Patriots, which was, 6 years ago or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, anyone know how much the Vince Lombardi trophy weighs? I found that out. 7.5 pounds.
Oh.
So anyway, that was cool. That was fun. Community signage. I don't know if you've noticed, but the community
Very
signage.
nice.
Yes. I was originally told 2 years ago that yes, it's coming and get ready and okay, but here we are.
It does happen.
I'm very thankful too. It's going to be happening over the next couple of days. I'm not sure when they're going to be done. They'll be done whenever they're done. One note about it is they are going to take, when they leave, they're going to take our monument sign with them to do a repair on it, and then they're going to bring it back. And when they come back, that's also when the woodshop sign is going to go up. There's one for the woodshop. But yes, that's happening, and I'm thrilled about that. The COVID-19 screening kiosks that I told you about are in place. They're working. We have essentially transferred the COVID screening operation from the Welcome House to these kiosks. And the idea behind that was this was an ACTS-wide initiative that we will, it will prevent bottlenecks and slowdowns at the Welcome House just so residents and everyone can come and go a lot quicker. So that's been running pretty smoothly. Today's our second day. We've got a few little kinks that we've been talking about that we're going to try to improve on, but overall it seems to be working pretty well. Lounge renovation is continuing. It's progressing along. I know some people have popped their heads in there to see what's going on. We anticipate it being done around the end of this month. I don't know if it'll go in the first week of August or not, but essentially that's on target. And there is going to be, this coming Thursday night, they're going to remove the carpet that's in front of the Chesapeake restaurant, the Chesapeake dining room. That carpet in that hallway is going to come up. And then, and that'll be at night, so it's going to be out of our way. And then Monday night, they're going to come back and relay the carpet. And again, that'll be a little bit after hours, so that won't be in our way. And then they're just going to, it really finishes after that, but that's coming up. So I'll have all that in my Wednesday memo tomorrow on Wednesday as well. So with that, is there any questions? Yes?
When is it anticipated that the phase 2 construction will start?
Yeah, the question is, when will phase 2 start? Phase 2, as a reminder, is going to be a new building connecting this auditorium with the end of the apartment building over there, and I don't have a date on that yet, Bob. I know it has gone out for bid, and I'm not sure all the bids are back. It's, I would guess, best case scenario later this year, before the end of the year, that'll get started, but I don't know for sure yet. Yes?
I'm just wondering what the purpose is now for the 2 signs on Idlewild that say Bailey Chase. Residents are the only ones that are allowed coming in there. Residents already know that's our entrance. I've seen a lot of cars, oh, this is Bailey Chase, they turn in there, then they gotta back up, turn around, and go back out.
Yeah.
I mean,
The-
it seems silly to have them there, you know, because that
Yeah.
entrance is basically
Yeah, the
closed.
comment is the temporary signs on Idlewild are still there. Yeah, they're gonna come down. Yeah. Well, we didn't have any sign there at all, and with the new community signage, I believe there's a small sign that says Bailey Chase, visitors use Dutchman's entrance, something like that. So I was waiting for that sign to come up before we completely took everything else down.
Sure.
Yes?
They just added residents only to that sign. Wouldn't that solve it? The Idlewild sign, it's just added residents only.
Well, staff can go in there too.
Well, residents
the
and
sign
staff only,
says-
but
Well, there is a sign. It's part of this. It's a small sign. It's not a big display sign. Yeah. Yeah, Axe is generally for their other entrances not put big signs because it gets confusing and people do just start going in there and then they're like, you know, where am I? You know, so intentionally there is a small sign that's going to go there. Yeah, it's part of this sign project that's happening right now. Yes.
Say again, where is the new building going to go?
So the new building, this would be what we call phase 2, would be right outside that patio. Yeah. So we've had some, meetings about, all these master plan meetings show that phase in there, and I can show you. I've got something I can show you too if you want to see it.
Just go
Yes.
to the front desk and they'll give you a copy of
The last presentation. Yeah, you can do that, or I've got it right on my desk. Anytime you want to stop by, Don, I can just show you. Yes.
We're talking about signs. I just came through this morning and they have a small sign there that says, visitors and vendors use the Dutchman's Road entrance.
Right.
But it's too small to see until you get right up to it.
Right.
So people have to back out after they read that.
Yeah.
And it might be better if it were bigger.
Yeah, I think the one that is going to go there is bigger, but I don't think it's much bigger.
Okay.
But when we take down the big display signs too, I think that'll reduce some of the attraction.
That would help.
Yes, Charlie.
George, what's happening with the Sinwood Drive entrance and exit?
Yeah, in terms of widening it,
No,
Oh.
the Sinwood Drive in terms of one part of it being closed down.
it's all open.
It's all open?
Yes. Yeah, there was a glitch there. The question is, the Sinwood Drive, is it completely open for people to come and go? It should be completely open, isn't
Yes.
it, Dave? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
yeah, George, do you anticipate any disruption to the parking with the construction of the new building?
So the question is, when we get into phase 2, will there be a disruption in parking? I don't think so. We plan on making sure that we have access for people to go to and fro, like we're doing right now with this project. We'll have to see. We'll make accommodations where we can. So,
Thank you.
yes. Yes, Ellie.
Hey, George, the new signage, will that include OBT and Willowbrook Court? If
Yes.
there's new signs going
Yeah,
in?
the question is, will the new signage include signage for Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace? And yes. So where that gable is, where it used to say Marvel Hall, there's going to be new letters that go across that say Willowbrook Court. And then over at Oak Ridge Terrace, there's an Oak Ridge Terrace sign that goes there, over there as well. Yeah.
Where it says Marble Hall now.
On the canopy.
will it on the-
So right now on the only place that says Marvel Hall now is on the end of Canopy, yeah, and that's going to be replaced. And what's the date? First week in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, first week in August.
And can Jessica stay here full time?
We wish Jessica can stay here full time. You would be amazed at how much effort has gone into that, but I don't think she's going to stay here full time. She's got reasons to go back to Heron Point that are her reasons, and we have to respect those.
Any prospects?
Yeah, I've got 2 candidates that we're talking to right now for the new nursing home administrator. Yes.
I think there's a peach blossom sign on the second entrance.
Yes.
What's happening? Is that remaining peach blossom?
Okay, so on the outside of Willowbrook Court, on that side there are 2 entrances. One says Peach Blossom, and the other one says Chop Tank and Miles. And they're on the door, and those are going to be replaced. They're like right next to the door, the doorway, and those are going to be replaced. And they also still say Integrace on them too. So new signage will still say that, but without the Integrace.
So they're going to remain that name?
Yes, yeah, those are the names of the wings.
It's kind of confusing.
They're named after the local rivers. I didn't name them.
We're going to blame you anyway.
Okay, yeah. All right. Any other questions for me before we go into our senior staff presentations? I think I answered all your questions, Dave, already.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
This week, we're going to be seeing Brightview quite a bit. They've got work orders to clean up the courtyards at the assisted living building. And also, they're going to be doing a lot of hedging and weeding in the beds in the cottages and surrounding building. They also are going to possibly start the gutter cleanings of all the cottages on Friday and into next week. Maintenance will be performing PMs on filters for the apartments this week. They may be close to being done. They started Monday. They're also going to be doing attics and rooftops for both buildings. They're also continuing on with renovations in Cottage 44, apartments 203 and 209. We have a new hire for security. Her name's Janelle Wilmer. She started this week. We're happy to have her. She has a correctional officer in her background, so she's going to fit in, I think, very nicely here.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
For the senior teenagers, yeah.
Can't sneak out at night, huh?
Housekeeping will be continuing with their deep cleaning of the cottages and apartments. They're going, that's going pretty well. They're trying to get 2 or 3 a week, which will probably get us to close to our goal at the end of the year. The 20th of July, we're going to have Easton Utilities here to move our cable TV cables from where they exist now in the first floor laundry room into the office across from the utility closet, right around the corner. That is for the second and third phase of this renovation. It will entail cable and internet if you use that from Easton Cable to be down about 3.5 hours that day. They're going to start about 8:30 in the morning. It'll only affect the apartments. But that's happening the 20th. And we'll put a slide up on the 900 channel for that. I think that's all I have.
David,
Yes.
has Eastern Utilities said anything to you about the conversion to their new streaming?
Not me personally. I know that newcomers coming into the cottages have to not only get cable, but also have to get a router. That's how their cable works now, because they have a stronger signal.
I had problems with my cable, and they came out, and instead of replacing the cable, they came in and replaced it with the new streaming, which means all new clickers, all new TV numbers, and yeah, so they told me that within the year they're going to convert everybody over in Easton.
I was aware of them having to.
Service.
I was aware of them having to use a router for their cable, but I didn't know the extent. I could reach out to get an idea for everybody what is involved with that, and I'll make sure everybody knows.
And David, and people can sign up for that. They don't have to wait until they come to you.
For cable,
This conversion that they're doing.
that really it depends on if you have an account with cable,
Right.
with Easton Cable.
Right,
So,
but a lot of people do.
okay. Any more questions?
I have a comment, David.
Sure.
Can you see the clean windows over here?
Yeah.
Don't they look nice?
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Yep.
Building and grounds.
Thank you, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Justin.
I was going to tell a joke, but I can't compete with Dave's lovely humor there, so we'll just pass that. Save that for next time. So we're through the 4th of July. We had a great crab feast.
Yes.
Looking forward to our next special event going on in the dining room is going to be breakfast for dinner again. We'll be doing that on the 27th. There'll be something coming out in your mailing just as a reminder, but we'll be doing reservations as normal. No need to RSVP for anything for that. Looking forward to August. I can't believe we're really saying that, but here we are. So we have a couple special things for August, but I'm not sure if I should get into that right now because we got to have something to look forward to, right? Just an update on staffing. We're getting pretty good with servers right now. In fact, I'm meeting with Paul and Ashley later here in probably another hour or two. We're going to sit down and talk about how we feel where we are and try to forecast. Right now we feel like we're very flush with servers and we have a couple more coming in. We're trying to get them trained, but it would be not very wise of us to just go with, hey, we're good with those, let's cancel the ad, let's go ahead and, ultimately our goal here is to add in the Sundays and get back to 7-day seated service. We could probably close to doing that now, but what I really would need to do is forecast and anticipate when everybody goes back to school in the fall, and that's where that really adjusts, everyone's schedules and availability. So we're going to be spending some time today to discuss that, so we can try to anticipate what we're looking like come fall when everybody goes back to school. So hopefully we will get there very soon. And then had a great conversation with George yesterday discussing. Here we are very close to having this new lounge open and this brand new bar, but right now we're only 3 days a week having somebody standing behind that bar. So, we'll have this nice, beautiful bar, but so we're working real hard to try to find that right person to be able to open social hours. Ultimately our goal is 7 days a week there as well. So we are working very hard towards fulfilling that. Just want everybody to know that. Pretty light list here today. Just wanted to touch on a couple things. We made a couple slight dinner menu changes. We didn't really announce it or make kind of a big deal about it, but we switched out the fish, and this was all based on recommendations that came from you to the culinary committee. And we switched out the fish entree. We plan on doing that every, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks. We're just going to switch that out and keep trying a different fish entree. We added eggplant parmesan as a vegetarian option onto the menu, and we'll keep trying to incorporate and maybe switch that out or add in another vegetarian entree. That was based on some recommendations. And then we put a little bit of wording in under the omelets, because we just want everybody to know that if you would prefer a smaller omelet, you just ask your server. And I've heard that and seen some tickets coming back where that people are asking for a smaller omelet. And we do get some requests to do a 1-egg omelet. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to make an omelet with 1 egg, but it's pretty small. But just so everybody be aware that we can always do smaller portions upon request. And we did get a lot of good feedback also from a couple individuals that really like the fact that the ice cream flavors are listed on the bottom of the special sheet. So keep coming with those suggestions, keep bringing them to me, keep bringing them to anyone on the culinary committee. And I believe that's all we have at this moment, unless anyone has any questions. All right, well, thanks everyone. Have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mary, Business Office Manager. I don't have much today, but it's been a couple months since I've mentioned the online statement review and online bill payment, or if you want to set up a reoccurring payment. We do have instructions available for you at the front desk. I have seen some individuals have used that, and I haven't heard of any issues with using the system. But if you want to sit down, if you have a laptop, I'm happy to come and sit down with you. I've helped one resident work through it, and now she's doing it on her own. So just let me know, and I'm happy to help with that. All right, any questions? Thank you.
All right, it is summer, and it is a time of perseverance. So a time, hopefully, also of spiritual transformation and times to reflect and change as well. Our Sunday service at 1 o'clock, I am looking for a piano player, so if anyone knows of anyone or can connect me with somebody that might know, that would be helpful. We're continuing to have Sunday service at 1, Thursday service at 11, and then also Bible study. I try to get the packets out on Sundays. If not, by Monday, I have a packet to study for Bible studies, which is Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the chapel. And once a month, I do a wrap with the chap on Tuesday afternoon during the 4 o'clock social hour, and that is this afternoon. So I will be there if you would like to informally just wrap with the chap this afternoon. Also, just for informational purposes, we do have the lapel mics installed, but they are not programmed appropriately or to the point where we can use them in conjunction with the wireless mics. We'd have to switch a channel to use them, so we're still hoping for Sight and Sound to get out here so that we can use those lapel mics in addition to the wireless mics at the same time. So if anybody's been asking that question. Any questions for me? Yes, Jonathan.
Do you have enough Bibles, and is it possible to get a Bible and also a large print Bible?
Yes, I do have enough. So for those that don't know, I've tried to put out that we have Bibles available, both in large print and small print. And we also have devotionals like Our Daily Bread available. And I've been giving them out to both residents and staff, so all are welcome. Thank you.
Are those free?
Those are free. Thank you, Gideons.
There we go.
Yes. Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Andra Berry, the Life Engagement Director, and we have a few things I'll just bring to your attention for this month. As you know, we have ice cream this afternoon. I don't have the flavors yet, but actually when they gave them to me last month, then they changed them before they got here. So there will be a placard outside the truck that gives you the flavors, and that is a free gift to you and to our staff just to celebrate summer. Everybody can have a cup, which amounts to like 2 scoops, so that means you can have 2 different flavors or just one, and there's always a sugar-free option. We have volunteer needs in a few different areas on campus. One of them is for the movies. We need some help with running the movies, which is some basic technological work just to be able to turn on the video player and get things going in here. There's we have an excellent trainer, Chris Marshall, who will be happy to demonstrate that to you. We're looking for people that are willing to do it 1 time a month is all. We need a team, and we're trying to get a few backups because number one, it's summer, but also we just realized that it's just a good thing to have a few extras. So we also are in need of a couple extra bingo volunteers that can be as frequently or infrequently as you are available. That is a Monday night, and bingo has been moved to 7 o'clock, so that is an easy hour to give after dinner on Monday nights and makes a lot of people happy. That, again, as I said, could be once or 4 times a month, whatever you want to do. We are looking for a few extra people, not a few extra, probably about 5 to 10 additional people who are interested in learning how to do our new portal, or being part of our pilot group, which is going to begin on August 1st. So if you would like to know more about that or like to volunteer, please let me know, because I want to get you the information and get you in right at the starting gate. Everybody will be trained on that. Everybody will receive information and access to that portal. But this is a group that's going to sort of problem solve with the developers and make sure that it all works the way we need it to the best we can. Yes, but
Do we re-volunteer? We volunteered 6 months ago?
no, I do need an email address for you, Bud, though, so I will get that from you today. But no, if you provide an email address, or you have an email address in the directory and you volunteered to be on the portal pilots, you should have gotten an email yesterday that referenced this August 1st start date. If you didn't, please let me know and we'll get you all the details. I don't have time for that. I'm guessing we're going to meet in the auditorium just because of the sheer number of people that we're hoping to work through this and access to technology. So anyway, I'll talk with you as facts become available. Poplar Island. Heron Point has offered us that opportunity to go to Poplar Island. It's not always an easy place to book. They are doing a hike and then lunch afterwards on August 8th. We have to sign up by this Friday, though. There are 8 spots open. I noticed about 4 or 5 of them are filled, but I'd love to have some of you come. I understand it's quite a nice trip. It will be an early morning. It'll be 7:30. There is no charge. You will pay for your own lunch, but there's no charge for the hike or for the park. So please sign up in the opportunity book by Thursday evening, or let me know. Okay, thank you. I think that's about all I have. Lots of good things coming up next month, and I appreciate all of your support and ideas. We have a life engagement committee after this meeting, and we're going to plan lots of good things for upcoming months.
Thank you, Andra. So I actually have 2 kind of special presentations for you as well, and I'm going to ask Karen Netta to come up. Karen is our home health administrator for our region, and she's just going to give us an update on home services.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? I just wanted to let you all know that Home Services is now staffed. There were some issues getting staff in, but we are staffed. We are here to help the residents in whatever capacity they may need. And we are just a phone call away. So if you do have any questions, we do have a business card up front with Barbie. That I answer that phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can feel free to give a call, ask any questions. We'd love to meet with you all if you had questions in person to go over the services that we can offer to you. And also wanted to let you know that on July 20th, we'll do a little like meet and greet in the lobby that morning with some refreshments and be able to answer questions and meet our nurse Georgette and Lachelle, who's helping us out in the office. We'll all be there to help you guys answer questions, go over any fees, and hopefully be able to provide you services as you need them. And that's kind of all the update that I had. Does anybody have any questions? No? Okay, well, we are up and running, and don't forget about us.
Thank you, Karen. And now we have a resident presentation by Della Andrew and Mel Corbett on recycling.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that when I walked in this morning a few minutes early, George was on his knees trying to set up the computer program there. So I'm hoping that he was invoking the almighty of the technology department to make sure that the presentation goes all right. So we will hope for the best. We're talking to you today as representatives of the Culinary Committee. It might seem strange that the Culinary Committee is the one that is dealing with recycling issues. However, it's something that came to our interest simply in terms of the containers that we get in the dining room for takeout meals, the plastic bags, and we were wondering whether or not we were doing everything that we could in order to protect the environment and try to be good caretakers of what we've been given. I have to shout out to Justin, who's been extremely supportive of everything we've done, to George, who's given us his complete support, and to Della, who has really been the force behind this effort, and the person that keeps us on focus and on track.